Calvary Chapel, Garland. My name is Matthew Dodd, and it's a blessing for me to celebrate with you the 20th anniversary of your fellowship. I have some amazing memories. If you don't know the story, I was blessed to play a role in the founding of the church. You know, when we moved to Dallas, I went there to go to Dallas Theological Seminary. But while I was there, the Lord really began to impress upon my heart the need for a Calvary Chapel in the eastern Dallas area. And so I began to pray and seek the Lord for guidance. I talked to our elders back up here in Portland, Oregon, and there was one definitive day where I was on the phone with Pastor Rich Jones, and it just became very, very clear that the Lord was placing it upon my heart to start a church there. I remember right after that phone call, getting on my knees with tears streaming down my face, just offering this step of faith to the Lord. Right after that, I was connected with the person that I had talked to weeks before. He was a member of Dallas Theological Seminary, but was also going to Calvary Chapel Plano, where I had visited a few times and had met him as well. He told me about a man who'd been praying for the Lord to bring a pastor to start a Calvary Chapel in that area, and his name was Marlon Reinhardt. And Marlon and I got connected right after that, and that really began the process of starting Calvary Chapel Garland. It started as a little Bible study in our East Dallas home. We had the train tracks right across the street from us, and so every once in a while I had to compete with the noises of the trains as they were running by. Eventually we were able to go to the YWCA and have our first Sunday morning service there, and the church just continued to grow from there. Eventually, we settled in the building that you're now at. I remember traveling through the streets of Dallas, just praying and saying, Lord, where would you have us be? And there were many doors that closed, but finally that door opened up, and it's been a blessing. It was a blessing then, it's been a blessing, I'm sure, ever since. That's a little bit about the history. I will say one of the most difficult decisions I ever made in my life was to leave Calvary Chapel Garland. But I knew I was leaving the church in good hands with Pastor John Stewart and ultimately Pastor Dwayne. And I believe these next years are going to be even more fruitful than the first 20 years. That the Lord is going to bless the ministry there and continue to impact lives both there in Dallas and around the world. I know that church has impacted my life greatly as well, and I treasure in my heart all the lessons that I've learned while I was there. So please know that you're in my prayers. And I hope someday that I'll be able to come down again and visit and see you all. God bless.